What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another podcast. TA Tech here. And today we're joined by my good friend Matt to talk about AI, its advancements, and the advantages, disadvantages, and stuff like that, and where we see AI going in the future, and a lot more. So, Matt, how you doing, man? Great to have you on.
Thanks
Uh,
for having me. Doing
yeah,
pretty good.
absolutely, man. Yeah, I had you. I don't remember. I can't remember if it was for a video or for a live stream, but I know you came in here and there.
Mhm.
So it's
Yeah, you've
great to
had me on before.
yeah, it's great to have you back, man.
It's great to be
Um,
back.
so let's start from the beginning. You work for um, what's your title specifically?
So I'm in the IT department.
Mm-hmm.
So my title is IT help desk technician. So essentially, like anyone in IT will kind of
Gotcha.
know. But IT stands for information technology. So
Hmm.
essentially, like I'm managing the computer's network. Our network, our computer's network, the company's network, I should say, helping people with computer issues, managing people's accounts, um, yeah, things like that.
Awesome. And how long have you been in that um
So at
for?
my current company, it's been about 3 months, but
Oh,
I've done
okay.
I've done IT in the past.
Hmm.
Um, I studied computer engineering,
Gotcha.
so um, so I mean, I have some background in IT through job experience, but
Right.
my formal background's computer engineering. So just through
Okay.
that, I have some like IT knowledge, some AI knowledge.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, have you used AI in anything that you do for work or for fun?
Yeah. So actually, I just had a project. So I wanted to create a tutorial video
Hmm.
for the employees at my company,
Hmm.
and I created a transcript and I had used the snippet tool in Windows to screen record. So I screen recorded everything, got all the video I needed, made a transcript of what I wanted to say or what I want the video to say.
Right.
And I realized like I could have used my own voice,
Hmm.
but it wouldn't have been as good because
Right.
I have a coworker in my office. There's a lot of noise around the office. I don't have a good mic at my job,
Gotcha.
um, and I don't think I sound as professional as someone who does
Um.
voice acting or well.
Right.
So leading into that, I decided, oh, let me see if I could use an AI voice
Mm.
to do the voice recording, the voiceover for the video. And
Wow.
I found a lot of solutions online, a lot of free ones. I ended up going with Speechify because
Oh, okay.
Speechify is a big company. Actually, they make a lot of stuff, and they were at the top. They're at the top link. So yeah,
Right.
they had a whole library of AI voices that you could choose from men, women, different accents. Uh,
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
obviously, like I'm American, so I chose an English voice,
Hmm.
but they have voices in other languages.
Oh,
So
wow.
what I needed was text to speech. So whatever I write down, I want the AI voice to say. I
Right.
think they have speech to text, but I didn't look into that.
Oh, okay.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, so there were a whole bunch of languages. They had, Spanish. Uh, they had Portuguese, so they had Brazilian Portuguese and Portugal Portuguese. So
Oh,
obviously the
okay.
different, you know, still the same language, but different accents and different pronunciations and things like that. They had
Yeah.
Chinese. I mean, again, you can go on the website and see that you can choose from a lot of different languages.
Right.
And yeah, that ended up working really
That's
well. So,
that's awesome.
mhm.
I was actually talking to a friend, and he does. comedy,
Mhm.
and he actually made a badass video using AI, with basically interviewing Donald Trump.
Right.
And I'm
Yeah.
just like, wait, what? When
And
he
and
said
it
when he texted me and told me, "Oh yeah, I interviewed Donald Trump," I'm like, "You did what now?" And he sent me the video, and I mean, obviously, people like us, we know, um, what to look for, and
right.
whatever when it comes to detecting AI videos and stuff.
Right.
And dude, like, I'm like, dude, if for the person that does not catch that,
Yeah. Yeah.
that could be like,
There's there's probably
wow,
like a slight tinge of like roboticness to the voice where it's like, okay, yeah, that's AI,
none
but
at all.
it, none at all. Okay,
Not.
that's so
I'm gonna send you the video.
it's gotten so
Um,
sophisticated that it's like so hard to tell nowadays,
yeah, yeah, like,
which can be a bad thing. Yeah, we can talk about that.
yeah, yeah. What do you? Let's talk about that. What do you think the disadvantages of
Yeah,
AI can
absolutely.
be?
Well, so I mean, I just gave you a good example of of an advantage, right? I was able to use that in my workplace, create a
R-
clear, crisp sounding voice for my tutorial video.
Right.
But obviously, a disadvantage, going back to the Donald Trump thing, your buddy of yours is doing that for entertainment purposes. But
Yeah.
imagine someone taking that voice and making Donald Trump say some wild, crazy thing, crazier
Hmm.
things that than he's already said, right?
Right.
Or they're taking Joe Biden's voice or any politician and making them say these really bad, crazy things. Or,
Right.
it doesn't have to be a politician, any celebrity.
Right.
Um,
Right.
that can be a very bad thing because obviously these people have very big influence
Yeah.
on a lot of people.
Right.
And you can get yourself into hairy situations, right? Because it's like a he said she said thing, and how do we verify that what this person said was true?
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
going further, like, I remember reading this thing about, oh, in the future, AI video and AI photos will be so sophisticated that you'll be able to actually incriminate someone that you don't
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
because you'll be able to plant them in an incriminating situation
Yeah.
through AI video or AI photos.
Hmm.
And that obviously has really disastrous consequences
Right.
because if the technology gets so sophisticated where you can incriminate someone, then obviously, that's very bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, like, I think that honestly AI has just advanced to a point where just like, what? Like,
Mhm.
it's so
It's
crazy.
blowing people's minds every day.
Yeah. 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 And you were telling me earlier about um a person that used it in school and stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't know. So you want to go through that again? And
Yeah, so with the advent of ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is probably one of the most famous AI softwares out there. S-
hmm.
Uh, High school students, I think, particularly, or maybe college students, but high school students were using ChatGPT to do their homework for them. Maybe writing an
That's
essay for
crazy.
them.
That is crazy.
And obviously, that's cheating because you're not coming up with the material. So there
Hmm.
was a college student. I looked it up, and he was a senior. This happened last year, but he was a
Hmm.
senior at Princeton, and he wrote a software. It's called GPT Zero,
Wow.
and it's actually like a Chat GPT AI detector. So what you could do is you could take the document, the homework, and pass it through the software, and it would supposedly be able to tell you if it was written by AI. So the teacher could then be able to tell, like, okay, the student did not write this. It was
Right.
written by AI, and obviously that's not good. That's cheating. So,
Yeah.
um,
Exactly.
but
That.
I think he's using AI in his software to detect. AI. So it's like AI Inception, you know.
Yeah, that's weird.
So he's fighting AI with AI, which is like uncanny, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
That
kind of cool, but
is.
again, you know, like in the right hands, I think AI is a powerful tool and it's going to help a lot of people.
Oh
But in the
yeah,
wrong
definitely.
hands, like it can be very disastrous and
I
have very large implications on society.
Yeah, I honestly started using Gemini by Google, and
hmm
honestly, I think that is just so incredible.
Yeah. Just ask
From
anything and it spits out an answer.
seriously, and like, dude, before, like, sometimes me as a content creator, like, honestly, sometimes I want to get an idea and I just can't think of anything. So then I put it into Gemini and it gives me a whole bunch of stuff that I
hmm
could potentially do. Not
Yep.
only that, but like sometimes when I am making a video, I'm like, all right, well, I want to find the perfect title and the perfect description. Um, and like sometimes I just can't think of something. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
put in the subject for the video and it gives me so many ideas.
Yep.
And
Google
I'm
could
like,
never.
okay, yeah, dude. Like it's such a hack. It really is.
It's like having your own personal assistant that just knows everything and
Seriously.
gives you the best ideas.
Right. Right. And honestly, like I don't know. I think that a lot of people could use this. I mean, yeah, it could be a bad thing for a lot of reasons.
hmm
Um, but I don't know. I'm the kind of person that I think that it could be more good than bad.
hmm hmm
Um, but at the same time, you just never know. I mean,
Right.
like I said earlier, people. My friend used the video to interview uh, Donald Trump for a comedy video. Um, I mean, imagine that. Imagine a video like that coming onto the news or something. Um, and I don't know, like people are crazy out there. We all know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. I
People are
mean,
crazy. So, like,
and as the technology gets more sophisticated, you're not going to be able to tell
exactly.
what's the truth, you know? And how do
Right.
you believe anything? Like
You can't.
it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you can believe much nowadays. Like it's just so weird. The stuff that we see, the world that we live in, man. Like
hmm
wow. Another thing, and I recorded a podcast episode with my friend
hmm
yesterday.
Mm.
Quick note to you guys: if you're using QuickTime to record videos, and I listen, I've used it before and it never happened. Don't let your computer go to sleep mid video.
ah.
Yeah. Um, I went back. My computer fell asleep. We were over there on the couch, and I'm like, all right, we're done. 30 minutes later, we're done. Talked
Mm.
about so many things. When I tell you we had 5 good minutes, and then my computer fell asleep, and the rest went to crap.
Ah.
Bruh, I was so mad. So
Yeah, I bet.
he's actually
Well,
gonna have to come back next week to
hey.
re-record the podcast.
Oh, jeez. I'm sure he's happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. So AI is just crazy. But it, it can be used in smart ways, I think.
hmm
And I can't wait to see what's your thoughts on AI coming to like our smartphones. A lot of people like Apple's working on AI project. Samsung just added AI to their
hmm
uh, what's it called, One UI or something.
Yeah.
Um, what's your thoughts on
Hmm.
that? And
I mean, Sounds cool to me. I don't know much about it. I mean, maybe you can tell me more about it, but if it helps, make the phone run more efficient, then I'm all for it. Now, are
Yeah,
they adding like is it like an AI assistant where you can like ask it
yeah, it's a
questions?
yeah, it's basically AI assistant. And what we used to see before with having that assistant answer phone calls and stuff like that, it just
Yeah,
got smarter and smarter.
right.
Um, and now they're talking about working with Apple to have a lot of AI features coming to iOS 18, which
Mhm.
I'm very stoked about.
Right, right.
I mean, we've been waiting for. I don't know. You were a iPhone user before. I don't know how much you used Siri. We can all
I was
agree.
just thinking that.
We can all agree that Siri is one of the worst ones out of how many out
Huh.
there. Um,
I
so
was literally just thinking that like how many people do you know use Siri? Like
I,
except for that one time where they like tested it out.
yeah,
Like how many
yeah.
people use Siri daily? Like I
I mean,
can probably
I
count
don't.
on my hand how many people I know that use Siri. I mean,
Yeah,
it was helpful, I think, but it's more of like a gimmick. People like rather just
yeah.
type what they need to do or
Right, right. I honestly just use it for answering text messages and stuff like that,
yeah.
asking about the weather occasionally,
So
and
I wonder if
just
AI
little stuff
will
like
follow
that.
the same fate. Like, is it just going to be gimmicky and no one's going to use it? Is it going to be like in the same category as Siri, where like, oh, it's
Yeah.
cool and I'll try it out a little bit, but then
Oh
I'm not
yeah,
going to
for
use it.
sure. I mean, for us techies, we're absolutely gonna use it.
Yeah,
But
yeah. The general
for
public, like people
for
that
your average consumer, uh-uh. I don't
okay.
see like, bruh,
Oh,
I see features that we have now. People don't even know. Like half my family doesn't even know that it exists on the
right.
iPhone.
Like
You know what I mean?
the shortcuts
Yeah,
app.
shortcuts, stuff. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just like wow.
Mm.
You use your iPhone on the daily, but you don't know. Which, I mean, a lot of people just use their phones for calling, texting, going on Facebook, stuff like that.
Hmm,
But
hmm.
I think it there's just so much more. Um, all right, so Motorola made
Oh, yeah, I
this
saw this. This is crazy.
rollable phone. Um, what are your thoughts on this thing? Um, I know that
Well,
there was another one that you sent me
yeah, that
that
wrapped
did.
around your wrist.
Yeah, yeah. What are your thoughts on these devices and um like where do you see this going in the future?
I mean, it's cool, but I don't know if it'll catch on.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure people said the same thing about touchscreen phones, and now like touchscreen phones are
And
so ubiquitous.
and
Um,
foldables, I will
and
say.
foldables. Oh, see, it's right there, right around, like wrapped around your wrist. See that?
Oh yeah, 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 right here. Yep.
Personally, like
Dude,
I don't know if I'd ever use it.
right.
Like,
I
yeah,
mean, look at this thing.
I just I don't see why I would ever need to do that.
Yeah.
But I'm not
And I mean, if
saying
you want to do
it's
that,
not
just get a
cool.
smartwatch.
Right. I'm not saying it's not cool or that it wouldn't sell, but it's just not for me personally.
Right. Right.
However, the foldable phones I do have more interest in. I think those will definitely,
Yeah.
Apple's I
What
think making one allegedly.
yeah. What are your thoughts on um foldables and flips? What would you go for um if you wanted to get one?
So like a touchscreen flip phone, like the Motorola one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We,
probably the foldable just because you get more screen real estate with the
right.
foldables.
Right.
I think they're more
Right.
powerful too.
Yeah.
I mean, you get what you get like three screens actually. I think on the foldables.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is
Um,
crazy.
right, right. So as you know, again, as that technology starts to get better, I think those phones will be more exciting.
Hmm.
I haven't kept up with them. I know OnePlus. I don't know recently, but I saw that they have a foldable phone now.
Hmm.
I think the world is just waiting for Apple to come out with theirs because
Oh yeah.
everyone watches Apple and what they're doing. But it's
Yeah.
cool. Like they're
Good.
expensive, so I don't see myself ever like getting one soon. Or but and plus I
Yeah.
like the just the touchscreen on my phone. It's simple enough and it gets the job done. Um,
Right. Yeah. And
and
that's
then another thing is like they're kind of large. Like when you unfold the phone, it's kind of large in your hand, right? It's almost like a mini
yep.
tablet at that point. Um,
Yeah. And that's why
but
I
we'll see.
that's why I stick with candy bar phones.
Yeah, yeah,
Like honestly, again, like I mean, like you said, I think honestly, if you want um a foldable or whatever, I mean, more power to you. But like, I don't know, and honestly, like I feel like there's a lot of people. I don't know, but maybe 1 or 2% of the average consumer actually has a foldable or a flip.
yeah, yeah. You
Um,
don't see it
but
often,
like you don't see them often.
ever
Like,
really. I don't. I think
yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
one or two out in the wild.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me. Cause like a lot of us tech creators have reviewed so many of them and have talked about so many of them. And it's like, wow, like
Mhm.
I can't believe that this is that act. I mean, someone's doing something right, apparently, because we're on what number 6 when it comes to Samsung.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. They're
you
still
know,
making them, so people are buying them. Obviously,
yeah, but I don't know. Where do you see it going in the future, though? Do you think? I honestly think that phones are not going away. I really don't think so. I mean, people were saying, "Oh, once this AR, VR stuff comes, phones will go away and stuff like that." I personally don't think like that.
AR, VR. What's that?
Augmented reality, virtual reality.
Oh, AR, VR. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm, maybe, but
I don't know, man. Like, eh,
what? Well, okay. Well, that's interesting.
what's that?
Well, how do you call someone in AR and VR? Don't- Like,
Well,
but phones still have like that very essential function of like being able to call.
exactly, exactly, and like, you know, with certain glasses, like um the Soundcore or um different glasses that are out there. Yeah, you can do do calls and stuff, but you're still having, and I mean, I guess you got the same problem with phones, but you s- people can still hear a little bit of what you're hearing, you know? So it's not completely isolated. It's not completely, I don't know. I want to see it, be more private versus, having people still hear what's going on around you.
Hmm.
Like I don't know how to explain it, but it's just weird.
Hmm.
What are your thoughts on virtual reality and augmented reality, um, and all that stuff?
It's really cool. I
Have you
I,
ever experienced it before? Or?
yeah, I've done VR before.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I get like pretty sick from it pretty
Hmm.
quickly.
Yeah.
So like I remember I tried my friend's PSVR like
Hmm.
through the PS5, and
Right.
I got sick like almost instantly.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a it was a shooting game, and it was really weird. Like, cause the controls, it's like unnatural because you're moving in the game, but you're standing still.
Hmm.
And yeah, I got sick within like minutes, so I had to stop.
Damn.
But AR, augmented reality, I think is a lot cooler, and it would probably be more relevant to me because I don't think I'd get sick with AR. I mean, again, I haven't done a lot with it. I know. So Apple obviously just released like Vision Pro, the Vision Pro, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen my video on it, by the way?
I maybe I gotta double check.
Dude, I
I think
went to
I
go.
did. What, you went to the Apple store and you tried it on, right?
Yeah, I went to
Yeah.
Province Place,
Right.
and bruh, honestly, I honestly loved it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That looks really cool, and I think that
what?
has
Yeah, I think that has a lot of potential. I
a
would
lot of
like to see
potential.
what I'd like to see what they would do for a cheaper version, though.
Mm.
Like they're
Yeah, it's
talking
very
about
expensive.
releasing a cheaper version. I would really like to see
Mm.
what they could do with that.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, time will tell, I guess. Um, what now? I'm sure like you use more computers than you actually use like your phone and stuff.
Mm.
Um, what is something that you'd like to see come in like the mobile tech world when it comes to AI and whatever else?
What do I wanna see with AI in terms of
Yeah,
computers in the mobile tech world?
yeah.
That's a good question. I guess I don't really know.
Is
I
there
can't
some?
I can't th can't think of anything right now. I mean,
Is there something that you experienced on like a computer that you would like to see the same thing coming to the mobile world? Or I mean, I guess it's pretty much the same because anything that's available on the computer is
yeah.
available.
Yeah, I would say yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty much the same. But I think, so interacting with a computer, you know it's a computer, right? It's a
Right.
hunk of metal on your desk. A phone is a hunk of metal or some of it's plastic, but I think what's more interesting is inserting AI into like humanoid robots, right?
Mhm.
I don't know
Mhm.
if you've seen that video of this like engineer, or there's this company that put like ChatGPT or something
Mhm.
into a robot, and you
Oh,
can have a conversation with it, and it can act out
bruh.
certain actions. And
Serious?
yeah, so we're slowly moving towards Ex Machina. I don't know if you've seen that movie, but
N- no, I haven't.
okay, it's a great movie where basically there's this humanoid, like female looking robot.
Mhm.
Um and she's like artificial intelligence, so you can have a conversation with her and she looks just like a human. um and I don't want to spoil it, but
Right.
there's this, like, I think, journalist, and he goes to this like scientist house where the AI lives, and he like falls in love with her, and it's this whole thing, and the ending is crazy because,
That's
well,
crazy.
again, I don't want to spoil it, but essentially the whole movie's just him interacting with her and their relationship starting to develop, and it gets dangerous because he's really falling for her, but she isn't real. She's not a real person.
Right. Right. Uh,
Um,
that's actually a good question.
but yeah,
He?
so we're slowly moving towards that, and
Mhm.
the problem with humanizing AI, that has implications too, because like I
Mhm.
said, like, are people gonna fall in love with
Yeah.
AI?
Yeah.
Actually, another great movie, Her,
Mhm.
with Joaquin Phoenix. That's another good movie where actually the main protagonist falls in love with an artificial intelligence.
Mhm.
But in that movie, it's just a voice. it's not. It's just like a piece of software on his phone or
Oh
his
wow.
computer. It's not. It the AI doesn't take on like a physical form, so he falls
Right.
in love with the voice.
Wow.
That's a great movie, actually. I love that movie. But
That's awesome.
yeah, so again,
There
like,
was a movie years ago on Disney. Um, I so want to watch it again if I can somehow, called
mhm.
Smart House. I don't know if you remember that movie.
Oh, that's like the early 2000s or late 90s, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I remember that movie actually.
Oh my god. And it's like you move into
Smart
the smart
House.
house.
Yeah, with Katie Seagal. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And like I don't know if I want to be in that position. Like having your AI assistant come to life and then, you know, like control you like that.
Yeah,
Right.
it came out in 1999. Yeah, the movie was ahead of its time, huh?
Holy mo yeah, dude. Yeah. And honestly, like that makes you think, like, wow. Like how much of that movie like is not accurate, but like how much of it
Slowly becoming reality.
yeah, exactly. Like what?
Yeah.
How did these people and even shows like The Simpsons and stuff.
Mm.
Um how did these shows predict the future? Like it's crazy to me.
Yep.
You
I don't
know?
know.
Dude, I'm like, okay.
Oh man, now I
Um
want to watch that movie again.
yeah, me too. Me too.
We gotta hang out and watch it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Man, thank you for coming on. I
Hey,
really
thanks for having
appreciated
me.
it.
We had some great conversations.
Yeah, I think we did too, and I hope you come back and
Mm.
we have
Hope
more.
you have me again.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section. Matt, I want to thank you so much for joining us today.
Mm.
Um, and where you don't have any like social media or anything that's not public. Um,
Um, yes, yeah, I don't have anything that's like public, but I am actually thinking of creating um my own, like a public page where I can show off some things that I want to do specific to like 3D modeling and 3D printing.
oh, okay.
So I might make that soon, but I don't know yet. There's a lot I got to figure out.
Yeah, yeah. Gotcha, man. Well, again, guys, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.